Hello everyone, I'm Lufir back again with another Awaken Chaos era video. So in today's video, I'll be doing a guide on the Queen of Tides Helm Stage 3 as well as the Helm Stage 4 that was recently introduced in the game. So let's head over there. So the strategy that I'll be showing you is applicable for both Helm Stage 3 as well as the Helm Stage 4. And before I begin, let me quickly show you what are the differences between these two stages versus the Helm Stage 1 as well as the Helm Stage 2. So currently, right, the boss has a new ability for both Helm Stage 3 as well as the Helm Stage 4, and this ability is known as the Cleansing Dew. So when the boss is affected by 4 or more negative effects at the start of the turn, it will remove all negative effects. This means that you cannot use multiple debuffers in a team. So as you notice here, right, if you check on the clearance formation from other players, you will notice that they will only use only one debuffer in a team, such as Jonathan. Jonathan is capable of applying 3 debuffs, which are unhealable, attack down and defense down. That is already 3 debuffs. By adding another debuffer here, right, this will enable the boss to cleanse away all of the debuff that was placed by your heroes. As you notice, they also use true damage heroes such as Marin Shadowblood to deal a high amount of damage to the boss, as well as Brand the Brilliant. And yeah, so these are some of the heroes that players use to clear the Helm Stage 3 as well as the Helm Stage 4. And today I'll be showing you a different team composition, which is more of a speed nuke team. These are the heroes that I'll be using. So I have Flarence, William, Antinua, and Nathalia. And for the spell selection, I'll be using Sundering Purgatory to apply the defense down and Last Breath to revive my hero and also reset their ability. I'd like to credit Elefant, one of the Ace Discord members that came up with this strategy. I will post a link down in the video description below so you can check out his YouTube channel, where he also posts some strategies on how to clear some of these dungeons for the Helm Stage 3 as well as the Helm Stage 4. So let's begin with the introduction of the heroes' roles. So I have Flarence here. She's there to provide bonus attack to my damage dealers so that they'll be able to deal more damage through their skills. And not only that, Flarence is also capable of healing my heroes as well as providing shield when she's geared in a Fate set. So when you gear Flarence in a Fate set, this will provide a shield buff to Nathalia so that Nathalia can utilize her trait to deal 10% more damage per positive effect. And William, on the other hand, is my next supporter. He's one of the essential heroes to boost up my damage dealer damage output on their basic ability by 60%. And apart from that, he's also able to apply counter attack buff for more damage from my damage dealers. And he's also there to provide ally joint attack and also defense down through his ultimate ability. And then we have Antinua. She's one of the most powerful single target damage dealers for the Wood Affinity hero. And then, although she does not have any AoE capabilities, when she's paired with Flarence, where Flarence have a trait that allows my damage dealers to deal AoE damage whenever the damage dealer performs 2 basic abilities. So this pairs really well with William, Flarence, and single target damage dealer like Antinua. And last but not least, I have Nathalia here. She's there to clear out the wave of enemies using her AoE ultimate ability. And then for the spells, Sundering Purgatory is to reduce the enemy's defense, so it will make it easier to defeat the enemies in the first wave. And Last Breath, on the other hand, is to revive Flarence because she's one of the weak affinity hero in this Queen of Tides. So by reviving her, she'll be able to perform her ultimate ability to provide more bonus attack to my heroes. Alright, so let's see this team in action. So at the start of the battle, I have William to go first to apply the defense down and also perform his ultimate ability, followed by Flarence to provide the bonus attack to all my damage dealers so they'll be able to deal more damage to the enemies. And with the help of Flarence's trait, she is able to deal AoE damage from Antinua's attack. And then on the second wave, William will provide the counter attack buff, which helps Nathalia to deal more damage through her trait. And Antinua will be there to provide some support damage to reduce the big crab's health low enough so that Nathalia can perform the finishing kill. And moving on to the boss wave, which is wave 3, the target priority is to target the boss herself. And this one really depends on how well you can get William to apply the defense down. And this try will be like a 100% success rate if you're able to apply the mastery books on William's S3, the ultimate ability to raise a chance from 80% to 100% chance. And then some mastery books to increase your damage dealers' damage output. You do not need Flarence to be level 70 for this case, but most importantly to have your damage dealers at level 70 to deal more damage to the enemies here. And you must not build Flarence too tanky. You want her to be killed by the Red Tiger so that she should be able to be revived by William. And the Arcane Word just proc at the right timing to prevent Nathalia from being stunned by the Water Prison spell from the boss. And now the boss have like 1 bar of health left, so you will need to deal as much damage as possible. You'll be able to clear it within a round 5 if you're able to build your damage dealers with high amount of critical rate, attack percentage, as well as a critical damage. If you're not able to build your heroes with high amount damage, then you take a round, but most probably 6 to 7 rounds to clear the boss. Or most probably 7 rounds because you need to take down the shield as well. So there you have it. Let's check out how much time it takes to clear the battle. So this team took around about 2 minutes. And this time might be vary, maybe 2 minutes or 2 minutes 20 seconds, depending on how well you can gear your damage dealers, so that you can skip the round where the boss apply the shield if you're able to deal high amount of damage to the boss. Alright, so that's the demonstration of the team on how they perform in Helmut Stage 3. So let me show you how I gear each of these heroes and what are the important stats that you need to get for this team so that you can replicate this on your account. Alright, so this is my William. He's the first person to go first in the team. So here are his total stats. He has around about 18,000 health, 1,900 defense, 227 speed, and 100% focus. Ideally, this focus should be 130% in case the boss applies the resistance up on herself that prevents William from applying the defense down. And apart from that, he needs to be speed tuned above 160 speed because the enemies are pretty fast in the Queen of Tides. And he should be speed tuned to go first in the team. And then once you have tackled both the speed and focus, then you should focus on the health and defense to make him tanky. And these are his gears. So basically, these are the gears that I use for my guild boss. Triple radius set to boost his speed. And let me quickly show you the stats of each gear. So this is the weapon with some speed, attack, critical rate, and defense. Ideally, this one should be focus, speed, health, and defense. The 4 primary stats that I have explained earlier. And this is the helmet with some focus, critical rate, critical damage, and precision. He's not really a damage dealer, so critical damage and critical rate is not useful for him here. And then we have the chest plate with a triple roll on focus, single roll on critical damage and critical rate. And this is a speed boots with some health, defense, stats. And then we have a health ring with triple roll on speed, focus, and resistance. And finally, we have a focus necklace that has some critical rate, resistance, critical damage, and health. So all of these gears does not have the ideal substats that I wish to have on William, because most of my gears are used elsewhere in other heroes. Currently his glyphs and abilities are all maxed out. Alright, so for William's mastery, I will recommend to get his ability for the ultimate ability or the advanced, because this will increases the chances of applying the defense down from 80% to 100% on the main target. This is really important to make your runs much more consistent for the Queen of Tides Helmut Stage 3 as well as the Helmut Stage 4. Because there are some chances where if William isn't able to apply the defense down, then your damage dealers will not be able to do sufficient damage to the boss. Alright, so that's basically it for William. Let's move on to the next hero, who is Flarence. Right, so this is my Flarence. Here are her total stats. She has around about 21,000 health, 1,481 defense, 222 speed, and 144% focus. So these are the stats that you should be looking for like William. Just have a high amount of speed, focus, health, and defense. And currently I'm using Flarence for my guild boss. That's why her speed is like pretty fast here. Alright. So she's currently geared in a Fate set, because Fate set allows her to convert 50% of her healing into shield, which plays an important role to increase the survivability of my squishy damage dealers, especially for Nathalia, since she's the neutral affinity in the Queen of Tides. Right, so let's quickly go through the equipment stats here. So this is the weapon with some speed, focus, health. And then this is the helmet with health, focus, defense stats. And this is a chest plate with some focus, resistance, and health. Followed by the speed boots with some focus and defense. And then we have the health ring with some speed and focus. And finally, we have the focus necklace with some health and speed and defense. So these are some of the good substats for your supported heroes. And then her glyphs and abilities are all maxed out. You do not need to have any mastery books on her for her to work in this Queen of Tides. Alright, so let's move on to the third hero in the team, who is Antinua. Alright, so this is my Antinua. I did not level her up to level 70 yet because I'm lacking of EXP jelly, and I think tomorrow will be the hero promotion. So saving this for tomorrow so that I can score some points for the hero promotion event. And let's go over Antinua's stats here. So she has around about 5000 attack, 100% critical rate, 318% critical damage, and 167 speed, speed tuned to go third in the team. And as a damage dealer, you just need to prioritize on the attack, critical rate, critical damage, and speed. The rest does not really matter. Right, so for her gears, I'm currently gearing her in a guard set as well as a raider set. Guard set provides a shield equal to 30% of her max health so that she can able to sustain the initial attacks from the enemy. And then raider set is to boost up her base speed by 15 speed. And let's go through the equipments here. So this is the weapon with some critical rate, speed, and critical damage. And this is the helmet with a triple roll and critical rate, attack and critical damage. Ideally, this one should be a health percentage, so it synergizes with a guard set. And this is the chest plate with some focus, critical damage, attack, and critical rate. Ideally, this focus should be like health percentage, since she's pretty squishy here. And then this is the attack boots with speed and critical damage. This is a critical damage ring with some attack, critical rate, and speed. And last but not least, this is an attack necklace with some critical damage and critical rate. Focus is not useful for Antinua because she does not apply any debuff. And then she's fully glyphed out as well as her abilities here. And for the masteries, I only have one mastery book on her to improve her critical damage up by 20%. Ideally, this one should be maxed out for her gears so that she can improve her primary stats for the boots, ring, and necklace, as well as the helmet and chest plate, as well as the weapon. So for the abilities, let me see first. So abilities will be quite useful as well because it will improve the damage output of her ultimate ability, as well as all of her special, as well as her basic ability here as well. Alright, so let's move on to the fourth and final hero on my team, who is Nathalia. Alright, so this is Nathalia. She has a unique skin, that's why she has this new look. So here are her total stats. She has around about 6500 attack, 164 speed. She's speed tuned to go last in the team, and above 160 speed to go before the enemy. 100% critical rate and 314% critical damage. And focus, resistance, and the rest of the stats here does not really matter. Just focus on the attack, critical rate, critical damage, and then speed. And then let's quickly go through the gears. She's currently geared in a guard set as well as a double raider set. The guard set allows her to get a shield with a strike of 30% of her max health. This guard set is needed for Nathalia to proc her arcane ward ability because she needs to have at least one buff to activate the attack up buff as well as the immune buff during her turn. Alright, so let's quickly go through the gears. So she has this weapon with some attack, critical rate, and speed. Ideally, this focus should be critical damage to deal more damage output. And then we have the helmet here with some attack, critical rate, and critical damage. Focus is not useful for her as well because she's not a debuffer. And then we have the chest plate with some attack, critical damage, and health. As you can notice here, these purple numbers is already augmented with the augmentation core. So if you were to look here, right, these are the augmentation cores that improve the damage output, like by 1% up to 6%, depending on your luck. She's also currently geared in attack boots with triple critical rate and single roll on flat stats attack. Ideally, this one should roll in the critical damage for more damage output. This is a critical damage ring. Ideally, you should, for all your damage dealers, right, they should get in a critical damage ring because you gain a lot of critical rate through the mastery. And this is the attack necklace with some critical damage and critical rate. The glyphs and abilities are all maxed out. So currently, I've already maxed out Nathalia's mastery. As you notice here, I've already invested around about 50 mastery books. This one is needed for clearing the Helmut Stage 4 in the Ash Magistra Helmut Stage 4. Yep. So if you max out the abilities, right, you gain around about 23% additional critical rate, which allows you to gear your damage dealer with a critical damage ring, which makes it easy and allows them to deal more damage output. And then enhancing the abilities will improve the damage output as well. Most importantly, you need to max out this gear mastery because this one will improve the primary stats of your weapon, helmet, chest plate, boots, ring, and necklace. For the physics one, I think critical damage one is the most important. The rest is not really important unless you need the additional attack from the last ability here, speed to attack. So this one is really important for Ash Magistra Helm stage 4 to deal sufficient damage to the mobs of an enemy there. Alright, so that's the end of my video showcasing this speed nuking team for the Queen of Tides Helm stage 3, and this one can be also used for Helm stage 4 if you're able to use the mastery books for William as well as your damage dealer who are Antinua and Nathalia. It's a good time to build these heroes to level 70 because currently I think tomorrow there's a promotion event that will be going on, you notice here, so you can go for this upgrade event to get this epic mastery book to book Antinua, so you can prepare for the upcoming Queen of Tides dungeon farming. And if you have any questions, do post them in the comment section below and I'll answer them as soon as possible. And if you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up and also click on the subscribe button if you're new to my channel. And if you'd like to follow any new upcoming videos that I upload on this channel, you can ring the notification bell to stay up to date. If you'd like to support my work, you can also donate to me. I've added a donation link in the video description below, or you can support me monthly by becoming a patron at my site at patreon.com/Ayumilove. If you'd like to learn more about Awaken Chaos Era, I have a website at ayumilove.net where I post some guides on this game. Alright, so thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!